employing haterism's fundamental value of negation, and following poet Paul Valéry's proclamation that what is called taste is made up of 1,000 distastes, we might rework this to what really matters is what you don't like, not what you are like. The matter of taste, at least judging by the number of books and essays published on the subject in the past decade, seems key to the way we think through our culture. And yet it also, weirdly, simultaneously, seems like we've never cared less about it. These days, taste is only interesting to us to the extent that we can destabilize it. Salvaging crap movies as cult movies, creating cockamamie frameworks for justifying a later life interest in Dad's collection of corny soft rock records, eagerly upsetting hierarchies of high and low by, say, plating fried chicken alongside caviar or plating fried foie gras as if it were a KFC double-down sandwich. To some extent, to write about taste is to write about the outmodedness or superfluity of taste. For the serious-minded gourmand or cinephile or music snob or man of letters or whatever, no genre or flavor profile is too lowbrow. Nothing is verboten. The only thing truly taboo is taste itself. Well, I wonder in my pitchiest, most quavering David Byrne-iest voice, how did we get here? Another thing that's pretty much impossible, writing about taste without beginning a paragraph with, in his landmark 1979 study Distinction, A Social Critique of the Judgment of Taste, French sociologist Pierre Bourdieu writes, so let's just get that out of the way. In his landmark 1979 study Distinction, A Social Critique of the Judgment of Taste, French sociologist Pierre Bourdieu writes, quote, taste, the propensity and capacity to appropriate, materially or symbolically, a given class of classifying objects or practices, is the generative formula of lifestyle, a unitary set of distinctive preferences which express the same expressive intention in the specific logic of each of the symbolic subspaces. End quote. Dense academic jargon, maybe, but hey, I chopped the abutting bits where he uses acutely technical sociological patter like synthetic unity and body hexis. What Bourdieu is getting at, in a very basic sense, is the manner in which taste serves as an expression of a given subject's position in a class hierarchy. Taste is a product of social conditioning and part of a complex system that determines the very way we view the world. Bourdieu and other sociologists call this system the habitus. Distinction is also notable for explicitly connecting cultural capital, one's acquired understanding of books, films, artworks, wines, hefty sociology textbooks, etc., to plain old capital, that is, money. It's a fairly commonsensical equation. More money creates more access to things like education and rarefied artworks, the opera, the ballet, and so on, thereby accommodating both access to and a more nuanced understanding of the whole field of culture. In Bourdieu's study of mid-20th century French culture and society, good taste was the taste of the dominant culture. For example, those with the greatest stocks of economic and cultural capital. Such good taste trended toward more rarefied art and culture that has a purely aesthetic function, like a Rothko painting or a purely decorative bauble. These are things that can be enjoyed in and of themselves, art, or fashion, for art's, or fashion's, sake. Contrarily, what Bourdieu terms the working-class aesthetic is oriented toward more instrumental ends, like a useful pair of utility overalls or a film designed to excite and entertain. Bourdieu discusses manual workers who dismiss a photograph of some pebbles as useless, perverse, or bourgeois. From the vantage of the working-class habitus, such a banal photo constitutes a waste of film. For the more culturally savvy consumer, for whom such issues are less pressing, waste matters not. Indeed, the conspicuous consumption and display of such everyday banalities for their own sake may be the essence of the art. Just think of Warhol's soup cans and soapboxes, Duchamp's fountain, and the whole bourgeois artistic notion of the ready-made and objet trouvé. Here the artistic object's everydayness is its point, or part of it. It is precisely because Warhol's boxes of soap pads cannot be used for laundry that they become art, as they transcend the rudimentary utility en route to offering something like a pure aesthetic experience.